Okay, who would like to have a rich uncle that could offer you $100,000 for your education? Did you know that as a service member or a spouse of a service member, you're eligible for over $100,000 in education benefits? So what I'm telling you is you do have that rich uncle. First, I'm going to tell you a few of the most common education benefits that may be available to you. Next, I will tell you who is eligible for those benefits. And finally, I will tell you where you can get more information on those benefits. I've provided you each with a handout, which will be a review of what I'm about to go over. And additionally, you can find websites on there where you can get more information on it. First education benefit I'm going to talk about is the Montgomery GI Bill. The Montgomery GI Bill offers you up to 36 months of in-state tuition, as well as a housing allowance and a book allowance. In order to be eligible for the Montgomery GI Bill, it needs to be written in your contract, okay? The Montgomery GI Bill is not looked at as financial aid. So your institution may require you still to take out a loan or sign a guarantee for payment of that education. The Montgomery GI Bill is paid to you, and then you're responsible to pay your institution or lender from there. Your Montgomery GI Bill needs to be used within 10 years of separation from service. If you have a separation of service and then go back on active duty, that 10 years will restart from your new separation of service. And finally, your BAH that's paid through the Montgomery GI Bill can only be paid once. So if you're already receiving BAH, okay, the GI Bill may not be the best education benefit for you to take while you're on active duty receiving that BAH. You may want to look at other options and save that money until you separate from service and are no longer collecting BAH. Next, I'm going to talk about the post 9/11 GI Bill. The post 9/11 GI Bill pays the same entitlements as the Montgomery GI Bill. In order to be eligible for the post 9/11 GI Bill, you need to have had 90 days of service on active duty since September 10th, 2001. The way that the post 9/11 GI Bill works is that depending on the number of months that you've had on active duty will determine what percentage of the overall education that the 9/11 GI Bill will cover. The great thing about the post 9/11 GI Bill is that you can transfer it to your dependents. You can transfer up to 100% of the post 9/11 GI Bill to your spouse or your children. You can divide it up in any way that you see fit. In order to transfer the post 9/11 GI benefits, it will require an additional 4-year service commitment. Finally, I'm going to talk about tuition assistance. Tuition assistance offers up to $4,500 per fiscal year for a service member. You can use that money for tuition only. It does not cover books or any other expenses. Tuition assistance is available to all branches and components of the service. So whether you're active, AGR, reserve, it doesn't matter. In order to use tuition assistance for officers and warrant officers, it requires an additional service commitment. For more information on the GI Bill, you can go to www.benefits.va.gov or www.military.com. For more information on tuition assistance, the best place to go is www.goarmyed.com. So a quick recap, we briefly discussed common education benefits that may be available to you, who can get these benefits, and where to get information and apply. I hope that everyone got a little information on the money that is available to you, and remember, your rich uncle offered it to you. All you have to do is accept it. Thank you.
Oh.